time. Let's jump into the game with your casters.
Thank you so much, Alex. And yes, indeed, we are ready here. SK and Liquid, map number 2 in the first quarterfinals, the SLTV Star Series, I-League Season 4. It's gonna be, I think, a really tough game for Liquid.
Yeah, you just feel like there's, even if they do well, there is gonna be that one round still. I still get that feeling. It still haunts me. And that's worrying. I think this should be another map where Liquid's able to put up a fight. I think they're going to have a good plan on it. Obviously, we just saw during that segment that Liquid had beat SK previously on this map, was overtime. But, I mean, they're obviously going to know some good things on this map. And I like the fact that they have these basically five riflers on this map, because you can be so aggressive with how you split the bomb site towards, B bomb site towards drop, towards B platform. I think Sponge had it right. Like, Fur's not going to be able to be as aggressive as he was on Mirage at times, but what they do have to handle is coldzera. If he gets an AWP and Chicken Coop, I think he's the best player with an AWP in that position in the world, and that'll be so difficult for them to handle, I think.
They're going to be starting on the T side, Liquid, so winning the pistol could set them up very nicely for a big first half. And
remember, what we saw on Mirage was that Liquid was not lost in terms of individual skill. They were tactically and strategically beaten by SK, and maybe decision making for SK was far and above better than Team Liquid throughout the T side that SK Gaming had. But on an individual basis, this Team Liquid squad is doing a very good job of trading kills with SK.
Big risk here in the pistol round, putting 3 people over by the danger stairs, and coldzera missing every single bullet. Now they're going to be running up the ramp towards the A-bomb site, and they are sort of in a crossfire. Here's Fur hitting a headshot. Following up will make it a double kill. They got deep in Team Liquid, but now they're in so much trouble. Nitro's going to be going down, and Steel and Twist just completely bogged down here. How do they possibly get out of this one? The bomb has at least been planted, but they're still in so much trouble. As Bolts gets a headshot, it's all down to Twist, and he is completely surrounded. No way out of this one, and Fallen will take him down. Liquid, I mean, they run past the 3-man stack, but then as soon as they get to the crossfire between Long and the door, they just lose almost the entire team there.
Yeah, you're just done. I mean, that's so hard to stop. coldzera misses all of his bullets, and then as soon as they get up, Fur's there as well. I think that obviously catches Team Liquid off guard, and then Nitro going up danger stairs to flank him out to try and help his team get into the bomb site. And there's even a third player there, and it's Bolts. And there's nothing to show you how important Bolts is to this team than that round right there, because he is just playing so passively, not even trying to find kills, just watching coldzera and Fur's back as they're, in A-halls fighting towards the bomb site. And Bolts is just waiting. His entire job is just to make them feel comfortable, because he's just like, listen, you guys fight. If someone comes up dangerous stairs, if someone comes along to try and flank you, I'm going to take them out. So you're fine. And that's exactly what happens, which is just beautiful. Liquid's running through the flames to try and get into the B bomb site. coldzera is going to be here with an SMG, and he handles it perfectly.
Liquid not backing down from that drop play just because of a little Molotov Moses.
Yeah, just a little bit of fire.
Just a little bit of fire. Manning up behind it. They did get a bomb plant, and they didn't really buy anything this round, so AK's next round, you have to assume.
Yeah, definitely.
That's probably also the reason why they went for that play anyway. So just, knew that they were going to have a quick round, just wanted to get it out of the way. That's 4 SMGs currently in play for SK Gaming. So a really heavy bonus round, you could say, coming out of them here. Going to be fighting AK-47s.
Yeah, but, I mean, this is one of those rounds where if Team Liquid doesn't do damage, doesn't win this, and there's SK and they're able to upgrade, 3 SMGs into AK-47s, all of a sudden you have a very tough half ahead of you, and you have a very difficult hole to claw yourself out of, just because the bonus money is gonna grow. They're gonna get the free rifles as well, so this can be so dangerous for Team Liquid. They need to either win this or have a very close loss.
Oh, that's a good start. Bolts sent flying back into drop, landing at the feet of coldzera. Steel absolutely reading that boost. 7-4 on Taco be super valuable if they could put it into play and just get one good kill to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Good grenade at the feet of Elige, though. They are still occupying this close position over at Long. I mean, the SMGs are going to be pretty good up and down those stairs. Fur in good position. There are 2 people coming, so unlikely he can win both of these fights. Fallen is right behind him. Going to be flashed through the smoke, and that's a dead giveaway. Liquid definitely will have heard that.
Yeah, they have the information, and they're going to go clear out Fur right now. I mean, they know one is pushed to the right. The question is, do they want to go at him, or do they want to leave him be and punish him on the flank? Twist, obviously being very cautious. He should have this information, and actually, yeah, I think he spotted the shadow as well as heard some of those footsteps. So Fur doesn't realize it yet, but he's a dead man. Now he's caught on. Now he's got the information. Nitro rotating into the bomb site. He's played his part, hasn't he? That's a good kill onto Fallen, and this is going so perfect for Team Liquid. This could not have gone any better. As Elysian Nitro clean out coldzera, and it's going to be a clean sweep.
Yeah, that's exciting. Good stuff with like Liquid. Just taking the time to go and find Fur, making sure. Little details. I mean, in a scenario where they don't hear him, obviously for Fur to be that aggressive is going to be painful. But
well, because you saw the result, right? Like Fur had already, I mean, Fallen had already rotated over in towards Connector. He wasn't even in the A bomb site anymore. So in a man-down situation, if Fur's getting that info, they're going to be able to stack over towards that B bomb site, at least give him a chance to win any kind of hit or any kind of attack on that bomb site.
2-1 the scoreline, and they save all the AK-47s. Taco gets to save the M4. No one's close enough to do anything about that. But the rest of SK, obviously, they did stay unupgraded on these weapons, so they're going to have some money to work with at least. So the test isn't quite done yet. Oh, wow, some money. Double up.
Big test coming out now for Team Liquid. Big obstacle. Fallen's got an AWP. coldzera's got his as well. I talked about it just before this started as the pistol run went live. coldzera with the AWP at the B bomb site is going to be, you know, a big challenge for Team Liquid that they need to overcome early on. So we'll see how they can handle it into this round where they decide to go. 3 players heading over towards the A side of the map, Elige, Nitro, and Naf. We saw them in the previous round clearing out mid danger stairs and eventually finding Fur.
Very common setup. You said coldzera was one of the most dangerous players playing chicken coop on that B bomb side, and that's exactly where he is. They do at least have some Molotovs to try and fight him if he doesn't, you know, just take them down before they even throw one. There's a good flashbang in the middle against Fallen. Now he's very close with the AWP. He does love doing this, and he's going to take down Twist. Steel will get the refrag. That's a huge kill. I thought Fallen was going to have that one. Now Fur's alone over at long, and he takes down Naf. But they're sandwiching him in, and he's going to jump with his back turned against Nitro. 3-on-3 still.
Steel's got to be careful. He's leading away with the bomb, and he's so far up. There's a minute remaining. Taco going to come not through that smoke. There's bolts over at cannons. He's taken out by Elige. This is quite nice. Taco now trying to hold him off in the bomb site. He's going to get peeked from 2 different angles, so he gives it up. And Cold hasn't been able to get involved with his own AWP. A stunning shot from Nitro onto Taco. It's going to be a second round for Team Liquid early on. And Cold just has to sit this one out. This is important to know because this, if you look at coldzera, he's got his smoke still, and he doesn't use that. Well, frequently we see defenses over at that B bomb site use their smokes and Molotovs to delay hits and keep him in that choke point. Cold always saves his for when the Molotovs come into chicken coop, and that's what makes him so dangerous because when he puts it down, he can rotate between the smoke that he's put up, and no, he can't get in a fight when he's inside of his own smoke, but he survives. And that living presence of a player there is what kind of stumps so many attacks onto that bomb site. You know, I think Fallen as well. I think he gets that kill on a Steel if he has armor.
Yes, it seemed like the M-punch was in, right?
Yeah, it wrecked him a little bit.
I agree.
Or a lot of bit.
Yeah. Good news for Steel, obviously. And then Fur getting the kill, but unable to sort of stay alive, which...
He seemed to get a little confused about what was coming. He didn't know if he wanted to fall back and fight or push up and fight, and he got caught, I think, in indecision. And if he had just made one of those decisions, he would have had a one-on-one both ways. But I think that was one of the rare moments where you see him kind of get confused on exactly what he wanted to do.
So early on, Liquid have put themselves in one of those positions where if you don't win a round like the upcoming one here, if you are Team Liquid, then you can't really beat SK Gaming.
Yeah.
Like you must convert this into a win. Either take the AWP away or at least find a way to not run into it. So just one of those 2 things. I mean, best thing is obviously taking it and winning the round, but avoiding it and going somewhere else is also acceptable, I suppose.
They're going to go right at it, Anders. This is looking like a B rush. Very fast play towards the B bomb site. They want to catch him off guard. They know it's a low utility buy. There's that Molotov, and they're going right at coldzera. Here's the challenge. He's not down yet, and he's waiting. There it is. Here's the smoke that he uses. Oh, but he gets taken down through the wall. That is very good timing on that kill onto coldzera, but it was almost there.
What a manly round coming out of Team Liquid, rushing into that big rifle. They will take it down after losing just a single player. Still, it's a 3-on-3, right on top of each other. Oh, God, if they stand up in this, they could both be dead in just a couple of bullets. Taco's going to fall back. More Molotovs raining in. They managed to isolate them. These grenades really working great for Team Liquid right now. And the shots coming through Chicken Coop just for left in a 1 versus 3 with a CSET 75 and not that many bullets left. 5, in fact, and maybe 1 if he reloads. So not really a great position for him to be in. I suppose technically it can be done, but Elige will take him down for the triple. So that's the AWP gone, and they survive the scare, although SK Gaming might have just enough for a buy here. Indeed, they will.
Yeah, they're going to buy up into this, and even Taco, if he wanted to, could buy an AWP. We've seen him do it at the B bomb site as well as Cold. But he's going to go for the M4. It's a very nice hit, and you could see they did run into some trouble. Cold with an opening kill. There's a second one that came out, but when those 3 players just kind of paused and were patient, and you stand up with the AK-47s and use the range properly, you kind of just win it out from there no matter how much danger you encountered early on. Fallen did get the AWP, which got me a little bit worried. Default here for Team Liquid to start things out. They can really outlast some of this utility for SK. There's 4 smokes left, so SK is actually doing a pretty good job of hanging on to them for the moment. But eventually they will all come out. No Molotovs to throw in if a straight-up smoke execute comes in.
I feel like Liquid have used a lot of their utility, and SK haven't even responded with any of theirs. What's the chicken doing? Is it moonwalking in the middle of the map?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Having a good time. We've all done a moonwalk in our day.
I would love to see you moonwalk, Moses. I feel like you would you'd be killing it.
After party.
All right.
I'll get you.
I'll get the cell phone ready. Get the video. Fallen taking a big risk here with the off angle. Spray coming through, but nobody connecting. Down in the middle is Fur. So if Fallen goes down, Fur is suddenly very much alone. I suppose it works the other way too. Although Bolts is close by, they could have a pretty big presence here at the A-bomb site. The bomb is being picked up now. There's only 27 seconds. No more utility left on the SK side, so this really has to count. The first engagement is going to be big for SK. If they can win it, they have a chance. If not, it's going to be all over. And there's Taco picking up 1, Cold with a return kill as well. And they just keep knocking them down. Taco with a double before he's finally gone. But now Bolts has rotated in onto the site. The bomb is being planted right in front and being held by Twist for the moment. Nitro dropping very low, but getting a kill on Fallen. And he misses that one. That might have been the only chance. They're wrapping around him. He gets 1 more. The pistol's out, but Bolts will drop him for the double kill. And SK will win the round just barely. Excruciatingly close end to that round.
Yeah, really was. I think Nitro thought that Bolts was lower than he actually was, but that's tough. Team Liquid doesn't really do anything in that round up until the last 30 seconds when they just go into the bomb site. And like you said, they'd use so much utility throughout that round without gaining too much ground that there wasn't really, there wasn't a Molotov on tree to force Cold Zero away. Steel coming out of drop was more aggressive instead of lurking, and you know, there was nothing to really help him get out of drop. That's a good win for SK, but also that was close to just being a dominating round from SK, and Team Liquid was able to bring it back. So again, much like Mirage, they're keeping the money low, so this is a reset round for SK. They have to be able to convert this one if they want to mount some sort of a defense. The AWP again in Fallen's hands. They're going to go right at him as well. Twist, Steel, Nitro. Again, no flashbang whatsoever, walking around the corner. That's too easy for Fallen, one of the best ops in the world. He's going to love that shot. Steel's already pushed up. He's completely blind. Bolts is on the rotate. Now the smokes come in, but some kills need to come out for Liquid, and there's the first one. That's nice from Steel. They're going to keep Cold Zero at bay as well, but Fallen and First still alive in these A-holes, and that's a good leg shot, still doing damage.
Man, if they had a smoke, they could keep him away, but they just don't. Steel, the one beating the timing. Elige wanted to get close. He's going to take down Fur. They must be wondering, where did Fallen go? And through he's all the way up that ramp. Now in a 3-on-3, the bomb only just down. Fallen very mobile with that sniper rifle. They've got a double hold here at the drop, or at the balcony, so they could be having a really good defense. Not going to be too easy. Flashbang does not that much. Taco, oh, but there's more coming. And Fallen's going to get the kill. Naf, 1 versus 2. Very low on health. Just hoping to get them off the bomb in time. That shot actually rings through. Cold is right there, and he's still going to pick up that kill. Oh no, there's no time. They win the round. Team Liquid naffed it just enough to buy the time at the end. That is so close.
Yeah, what a gutsy play from Naf. At a spammable wall with low HP, and he holds his nerve and gets a coldzera off the bomb. A really, really nice play. Fallen did such a good job of repositioning, staying alive, and even his mobility. Liquid had no idea Fur was there with a shotgun as well, so when they get close up to try and take out that AWP, the shotgun is really a big surprise. Now, because SK just has no money, they're going to have to double save. They do invest into this round, so still some danger, but it should be much easier. And this is where you'd like to see Liquid be a bit more aggressive than previous. Try and take some ground early, and again, Steel comes down drop all on his own. Essentially a rush, and he's just given away for free. Elish is brought down to 28 as well, so this is actually a disaster for Team Liquid.
Yeah, again, some of these rounds, we saw in Mirage, you could only give one of them away, and the return for SK is so massive, so they can still win this one, still convert it into a win, but they've got to be very careful now. 4 versus 5. Bomb still lingering in those B hallways. They haven't really made up their mind. It looks like they're using Elish to just make noise and sort of try and get some information about what's happening on this side.
Well, they're hoping there's going to be a response. You can see Nitro and Twist are kind of poised over towards this B bomb site. They're waiting and hoping that someone is going to like peek on stairs and be able to find a kill in that fashion. Nothing's happening there. Taco holding his nerve. Bolt's just with 1 kill in the round already as a MAC-10. He's in drop zone just watching. And if Team Liquid doesn't get some really nice entries onto this A bomb site, they're going to be in trouble because coldzera waiting in the back. Bolts is going to have a quick rotate. So players for SK in position to distract this hit, but it might not even matter. Fur with the shotgun, they've got to come through smoke, and that is not ideal. Fallen now rotating into the site as well. There's no Molotovs to force these players out. They've got to clear it, and it's not happening. They're losing too much, and Nitro out of bullets. It's all on Twist. And I don't think he's going to know coldzera's here whatsoever. They were so patient, and SK Gaming sets that up perfectly.
Man, if Nitro doesn't run out of bullets, he's going to be the one swinging around to look for cold.
Yep.
And a lot of that disappears right away.
But there's just so many bodies from SK thrown that are close to rotating. I mean, Fur down, Fallen with the scout, and then Bolts was the rotator from drop, and all those players just like, when Liquid finally kills them, they're like, surely there's no one else in the back of the bomb site. And there's also no time.
If you're Liquid, you've got to be wondering, how does that round play out if we don't start it in almost a 3 versus 5? From Steel going down and from Elish being low, they're trying to put a lot of pressure on this A ramp once again. Flashbang is in for Fallen. He's going to get the peak. Great double kill. A little bit of hesitation there, but this is pretty much a shutdown. They do bring it a little bit back, but the grenade and the follow-up from Fur is just too much. That will be another round for SK Gaming. This time, completely shutting down the economy for Team Liquid. 5-4 now, the scoreline, and this is turning into much too much of a good first half for SK Gaming. Yeah,
they've been on the ropes a number of times, and they've been able to kind of rebound from it quite nice. I think, you know, when you talk about the round that's going to be heartbreaking for Team Liquid, that anti-eco might have been it. You know, starting a round with Steel rushing drop all on his own and getting picked off. Elish down to essentially 28 HP right at the start, and then you just don't have enough to really take the bomb sites. That's allowed SK Gaming to get back into it. If they were to win that, it would have been another save round to follow it up, so Liquid would have been able to balloon the lead, and instead, you get Fur. You get an absolute monster destroying everyone in his path.
He even sees it coming, that flank. If he had had more bullets, probably would have been a couple of more kills right there. What is wrong with your countrymen, Moses? Why are they setting themselves up so nicely and then they throw it away on the easy rounds? It's getting to me.
I figure I think it's just kind of like a handicap. I think the game was getting too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like
a challenge.
Yeah. Playing on difficult against SK.
Yeah. I mean, you know, once you beat the game on hard, got to go to the next challenge.
Yeah, I admire that spirit. I feel like it's misguided, I think, in the playoffs.
It does seem to be a bit silly at this point.
11th round, though, and 6-4 doesn't really seem like that much. But again, it's the balance of the map that we're worried about right now. It's the fact that we know SK are going to be lethal on the T side. Fallen, quite aggressive push-up. Nitro, I think, spotted that, so he knows that someone's going to be there.
There is just a shift in the feeling of how this game is going to pan out, doesn't it? It feels like SK finally, like at least Liquid at one point was able to keep them feeling uneasy, and now it feels like they've kind of gotten comfortable. Liquid's going to have to shake them again.
Boost up onto the wall over at the A-bomb site's always fun. Who does this? Fallen playing close to the smoke with the AWP. I mean, there's just a lot of people who wouldn't even try that.
Steel and Twist applying enough pressure to prevent bolts from fully rotating over towards that A-bomb site, but the real trouble is 2 smokes, a flashbang, and a Molotov for Team Liquid. That's all they have left. And actually, now it's just down to 1 smoke, so where do you go if you're Team Liquid? 35 seconds going to be on the clock. Taco's at the stairs. They're going to have a big, big test here. Now, coldzera doesn't have his AWP, but him and Taco can still do some work, and as soon as these nades come in, Taco's just going to swing with this SMG. The primary point of attack is going to be drop, it looks like. Although 20 seconds now, and still Liquid just now making their move.
Oh, this can work. There are no more grenades left on SK. They can't really flash Taco in. He still somehow gets that kill. How is he alive for that long? Cold now, alone on the bomb site and completely wrapped around. He's in so much trouble. He still picks up 1 more kill on that fly.
Nope.
How does that happen? No more time left, and Fur is going to win the round just by twiddling his thumbs on the other side. There is a picture of Taco in that one, though, so that's confusing. But that's... I actually think the fact that there were no more grenades left on SK, I thought the plan for SK was to flash Taco in at the first sign of anything. They did it, Team Liquid. They just needed more seconds, Moses.
Yeah, like 5 more seconds maybe, and that could have worked real well. In just coldzera, it's funny though, because like when the clock's running down that low, it seemed like Liquid kind of lost track of it with how low the timer was exactly when all the action started. But coldzera was very knowledgeable. He's not even taking fights at a certain point. He's just waiting. He knows that all he has to do is survive and outlast. This could be an opportunity, but Fallen is going to get away. They were trying to split that A bomb site. Ooh, there's a good kill from Twist, the jump over. Oh. And I think they actually have coldzera isolated, but they don't have him pinched in. He's all alone, but they don't have a player. Alicia's going back to be that guy. Here's the op from coldzera. Oh, that's awkward. He tried to get the angle to find the shot.
Yeah, he thought he could catch them coming out the door, and they were already out. So he oversteps his position just by a couple of inches, and a couple of inches make a big difference, Moses.
So I've been told.
Fallen and Bolts now just going to have to back up the B-bomb side. No real chance.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a mistake out of SK Gaming, to be quite frank, or a mistake out of coldzera at the very least with that kind of overextension, trying to get a little bit too much. It's hard to tell if he was trying to reposition onto that B platform or if he was trying to get a jump on a rotate over towards the A bomb site, if he actually thought it was a commit. Maybe, I mean, there could have been something of a miscommunication or a miscall coming out of SK.
But
it is sometimes hard to read those A splits, if it's actually going to be a split towards the A bomb site or a split towards the B bomb site. That's what makes drop so deadly.
Yeah, and I mean, well done for Liquid for switching it up. Like that call has to be made. Like, you don't have 5 seconds to make that call. Like, you really have to do it instantly, and everyone has to sort of pivot in the middle of the A crunch to say, all right, going B instead then. Really well done. 7-5, 13th round coming up here, and 2 UMPs, the Max 7. Max 7 on Fur as well, Moses. That brings back some horrible memories.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? SK has shown that they are very good at winning these low-buy rounds, and they've got 4 players at B. This is different. Fallen, for the most part, has been paired up with Fur at A, and with that AWP as well. This could be a disaster. Peering over the top of the smoke. Not sure how much he can actually see, and as it clears, jumps away. Obviously has the timing. We'll see how deadly that gets.
He's just so confident in taking this peak. If he oversteps the mark, he could be taken down, but still just dangerous jumping in there.
I think maybe because they just flat out didn't see anything. I don't think there's any fake necessarily being thrown towards the A-bomb site. Maybe just Alicia's smoke in front of Fur, and it pulled everyone away. Fallen's now come back, so they missed that opportunity. Obviously couldn't know the extent of the rotation, but it's a much weaker, a much easier defense at this B-bomb site to deal with if you're Liquid.
Yeah. Going to be a lot of people down drop, which means Fallen's attention is going to be split between the plateau and drop. That doesn't mean he's not going to hit the shots. He is world champion at getting these kind of close-up fights in. Gonna need to do it soon, though. 28 seconds here. As Fallen taking down Twist, and they have to commit to the site. They're going to be rushing onto it right away, and everyone from SK Gaming is already here. It's Fallen taking down Nitro. Another shot on Elige, making it a triple before he's finally down. 14 seconds to go and pick up the plant here, and he's already being approached from the other side. Fur running in with that Mag 7. He crosses on over, and Cold now putting on the pressure. They don't have to wait. They can just rush right onto him. He's going to get the bomb plant, but they knew they had the timing. Fallen with the triple kill, and that was all it took.
That's such a great hold from Fallen inside the bomb site. So hectic with the AWP, and he's able to get 3 kills with it. Not enough actual pressure, not enough trading going into the site, and obviously, again, Liquid allowing that clock to run down below 30 before hitting it, and they're just running out of time. Steel, no options in that 2v1. In the double op setup, you notice Team Liquid as well. Nitro was put in towards drop zone with that AWP to provide some kind of an entrance. Wasn't able to get it, which kind of hamstrings that. Great kill on a Twist. Obviously recovering nicely, picking off Nitro and turning around to get one more. That's very difficult to do as an opper.
Nitro was holding that plateau angle, hoping that Fallen would step into peak long, and he just never shows himself.
The nice thing as well with that op from Fallen is because he's playing right against the wall, it forces everyone from Team Liquid to swing out so wide if they want to deal with it, that it actually forces them into the open as well for Fallen's teammates. So it's just very nice positioning on that defense in so many different regards. You can see there's Zeus talking to the boys. Tactical timeout for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I like his hand gestures as well, Zeus.
He's a hand talker.
It looked like he was saying...
They call it in Seinfeld. You wouldn't know that.
I feel like he was saying just whip him. Just whip him. That was the call.
Or whip it good?
Yeah. That too. Fur, a little bit of damage through. Does get shot a little bit in the back as they push up. Great smokes, great Molotov there. If they can take down Fur, they've got the opening, but Fallen still on the angle, and Fur is going to peek out. Just perfect timing. And again, they have the initial grenades, Team Liquid, but they're always lacking that long one to just block off that double presence there. That one headshot won't help Nitro all that much.
The fast attacks that Team Liquid have tried towards this A bomb site coming up that mid-ramp haven't worked at all against SK, and we know it's a dangerous tactic. We've seen it be successful a number of times before against other teams. SK has a very good read of it and very good positioning. I mean, Fur getting to that wall and just being quiet, allowing Fallen to take all the attention.
Yeah, but I still feel like you smoke off the door on one side. If you're not going to clear long, you almost have to smoke it off then when you come up the ramp. Like, at least do that. Because every time that's happened, Fallen has had a clear view.
Even if you go back to the pistol round, right?
Yeah. 15th round here, last of the first half. And the grenades already raining into B. This drop rush has not really been working out all that great so far, and indeed Bolts will pick up a big double kill. Fur to follow it up.
It's the bomb as well.
Yeah, it is the bomb as well. No way out this time. It will be Nitro in a 1 versus 3. Steps on the grenade almost. And what looks like a 10-5 first half in favor of SK Gaming. That is a lot of CT rounds on cobblestone.
It is. This is a very good half for SK. They recovered so nicely. Remember, they had a really tough time establishing the economy early on. Liquid was beating them up left and right. You mentioned that it felt as if SK got comfortable and kind of regained control of this half, and from there they've just ran away from it, or ran away with it. Liquid never being able to regain control. Nitro in a 1 versus 3. He's got time. He's hoping someone makes a mistake, but you can see Fallen is giving him plenty of space. Wants to be able to spot things out without committing to a fight. They've got him boxed into drop in a number of ways. There's the peek, and he had a chance to take out Coldzera. Fallen, again, just going to continue to back away because he's the only player at this A bomb site, so he doesn't want to die and give Nitro time to plant the bomb and reposition himself. And instead, Nitro might just win these 2 fights out towards B, but eventually they knew he was going to get baited into the open. So a 10-5 half for SK. And yeah, you can see there just by the scoreboard, once they grabbed control of the game, it was just all over.
just a couple of rounds. I mean, Liquid, that one round where Steel jumps down into drop and it was. I'm just saying, Moses.
Torturing
I'm
me.
just saying. I mean, I don't. I don't enjoy it either. It's not
Yeah.
for my pleasure, Moses, that we're doing this. We are, you know. It's just that there is always that one round.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking. Unless you're an SK fan, in which case you love it.
Yeah, shout out to all the SK fans who are watching, because it's like 6 in the morning or something in Brazil. Someone tweeted me saying it was really early, and they.
Yep.
So yeah, great job if you are if you're committed to it. We love that.
I want to say they're a good 8 hours behind, so yeah, it's got to be early.
Trade there for Elige at least, but first managed to sneak his way all the way in. This is a crazy play, and Elige just doesn't see it coming. And why would he? Who does this?
No, this is madness, and these are disgusting shots from Fur. He is an absolute monster, and he's going to spin around, not able to find the kill. He gets one more.
Come on.
Oh, it shouldn't even be legal.
Yeah, I'm not sure it is. He's got the quad kill. He's so excited about what has just happened that he's looking for the ace against Nitro. And Nitro realizes this round is already done, so let me just save the armor for once for him to go and peek. Eventually, you have to expect that he's just going to be looking for the ace, isn't he? That was mental.
He's sitting such a huge individual peak, because remember, the story that we kind of had coming out of Mirage, out of that first map that SK won, was that Liquid was able to put up a fight on an individual level, and at the moment, I mean, even if you go back to that map, Fur had a great opening map, but here he's really taking over in a lot of different ways.
Walking back in Nitro, got to be careful. Cold Zero is on one side, Fur is on the other. There's the kill on Cold. Oh, and Fur's going to be denied the ace. That's heartbreaking.
He's going to be angry as well. Now you've just pissed off Fur.
Yeah, don't do that.
You don't want to do that. He's got 17 kills and 11 deaths. On the other side of things, it's Nitro with 13. Bolts and Fallen on SK also have 15 each.
At 11-5, winning the pistol. They've won both the pistols here on Cobblestone.
Yep.
Very hard for SK to lose it right now. They really have to try. They really have to put in the effort if they want to give this game away.
It'd have to be the strategy, would be to take it to a third map for them to lose this.
Just for the viewers, for the fans out there, say, listen, we need the practice on Inferno, so let's just...
Listen, their Inferno has looked so good, where at one point it was a weak spot for him. There was a good opening kill from Naf and Elige with the Scout. That would have been a great follow-up to find. So, chance for Liquid here. This is how their kind of eke around went. Shotgun on Nitro. That's a good opening kill. Can't build on it with bolts. He does bring him down to 44 HP, but with all this health, the Liquid defense has come out on top in some of these fights.
Yeah, solid turnaround for Liquid. That's encouraging. It means winning that pistol kind of is nullified straight off the bat here. 2 versus 4. Spotting them in the middle, spotting the bomb as well on Naf. So they know what's going on right now. Trying to get that long-range fight. It will be Nafly picking up the 1 kill out of bullets for a moment. And Cold is in 11 health, and he will go down to Twist. Oh my god, oh my god. That's a live grenade, Moses.
That's too funny. Oh, unfortunate, but a nice win from Team Liquid. 6-11. With that win, they can start to make this feel a little bit, this comeback, a little more realistic. Deagle going to be out on Taco, UMP on Coldzera, and SK's not going to give it up. They love fighting for these rounds, and they're so very good at low econ buys.
Using some of the utility early on to try and prevent a drop rush of any kind. And this is another test for Liquid, one of those tests where you say, again, you must win these rounds.
Yes.
You've brought yourself in a position to have a little streak, something where you can pick up, you know, sort of back-to-back rounds. You could build an economy. These are all the fundamentals of playing CT side.
This is like you have a chance here to stabilize the defense and to really be able to go into the gun rounds with, you know, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more utility, weapons to fight with. If you lose this one, it would take all of that away from you. It would be so deflating. So big round here. Bomb is going over towards the B bomb site through drop, though. So this could, once again, be a split towards that A bomb site. And there's currently no one in connector to stop it. Twist watching through the double doors. Not an easy angle to fight. And actually, he has no information. When does Nitro hear about this? Now he hears the footsteps. He spots Taco. and that's a disaster. Elysian Steel immediately go down.
Shocking turn of events. Nitro taking down Fallen, at least bringing it back into a 3-on-3 with the bomb, now just going down to the A-bomb side. They are almost out of grenades on SK side. A couple of flashbangs to buy time, and Liquid have to go for the retake. There's really no choice at this point. Taco almost going down. Twist will get the kill on Fallen. Oh, and they're very low on health. All on bolts, and he's just got no chance. Good retake from what looked like it was going to be yet another heartbreaking situation. I was getting ready for it. I
was too.
I was mentally preparing myself, you know.
No, but I mean, the dangerous part about that for Team Liquid is SK now realizes, you know, they just had a round where they basically got to split the A-bomb site for free. They didn't encounter any trouble in drop. They didn't encounter any trouble jumping out of the window. So I would say that's going to be something they can exploit in the future, whether it's a full-blown tactic designed to be that way, or if it's just dropping someone like Fur or coldzera in there and just saying, you know, do whatever you want. Play it by instinct, cut off rotations, get some kills, find the frags. So Team Liquid's got to be careful about how they handle drop zone moving forward into the gun rounds, because especially that plant is going to help SK out. This round will be another save, another very low econ buy. I think maybe just upgrading pistols without armor even. And then the next one is going to be the challenge.
4-round gap between the two teams. SK, in spite of the bomb plant, going to go for a bit of a half buy here, and they can afford it. So Liquid still have to be on their toes, worried about running into one of those C-75s or a Deagle or anything like that. The road back, I mean, even though it's only 4-round gap, is pretty significant here for Liquid. They need those, you know, that good 4-5 round streak, like you said. Yep. Get the money, get the double AWP, or at least one of the AWPs in play. Something here has got to work. Steel, a little bit aggressive, and is pushed back pretty early on. Jump from Fur is enough to see that coming. Oh, I feel like that should have done more damage. He almost jumped to headbutt that.
Yeah, you always feel like nades should do more damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, even Nap been spotted up. Liquid trying to get cheeky in drop zone. Not going to happen. Elish playing in chicken coop, so there's some space over towards the B platform. But SK Gaming still pretty centralized. Haven't been able to punish anything. And Liquid desperately need to keep as many players alive as they possibly can. Naf is boosted up, Twist watching drop, but again, that connector side where the window is pretty open. If SK goes to test that, they might find it weak again.
They are having a reasonable defense, except you said for that middle part, which is Twist now rotating into position to stop that kind of play. Still, one good flashbang. There is one still on Fallen. Could be blinding Naf. Still hasn't put it out yet. There it goes over, and Naf can still see everything. He's going to pick up one kill. Twist with the follow-up, but Bolts and Fallen coming in with a little bit of a double kill. Now it's Elige hiding in the back. I think they know he's there already. He's going to get one. A big double for him. Cold trying his very best, and you can see how scary that is. Still will be a triple for Elige, and Liquid. They didn't really do a good job of saving the rifles, but at least they won the round. Yeah,
they win the round, but they get hurt. That's a very good round from SK, being able to trade their way into the bomb site. A 2 for 2, I think it was. Elish really had to save the day in chicken coop. There was no tools left on the SK side to kind of flush him out of this position, so really hard to win from that scenario. Outside of coldzera maybe getting an incredible shot with the CZ there. 11-8, here it is, the big round. 3 AK-47s, 2 Galils on the SK side of things. Plenty of nades for them to use. Naf's had to go down to an SMG and 4 M4s. There's no AWP on the field of play. And this is another big round here. Naf has been boosted up. He gets up successfully, and he wants to go right at Fur. That's a taste of his own medicine to a certain degree.
Even if he was traded, I love Naf for doing that. Like, I just think that's so brave. A little bit crazy, but it's still pretty cool.
And even in chat, the frustration for Liquid on a certain degree, Naf gets that kill. Fur just gives him a smile. Hold the thought. Nitro here's got to hold on to Halls, and he gets 2. He could go for 3, but coldzera is able to spray him down into a 2-on-2, and this is where SK thrives. But in that chat, it is Naf just asking them to save so they can have an easy round.
Bomb being picked up. Elige is quite far out of the B-bomb site. Taco and Cold Zero edging their way forward. That Molotov, I think, is too far away for Elige to hear it. The grenades, though, maybe should have an inkling that something is coming. Not going to be able to catch them because of the smoke, so the crossing kill would have been great to stop the bomb plant or at least delay it. Twist not moving at all. They're so paranoid.
You just never know. This is like the psychological warfare of all the success that SK has had in so many different rounds, so many different situations. That you just have to be ready for everything, and because of that, they're able to exploit it. Free plant in the B bomb site, no one there whatsoever. But Elige and Twist, they have to go for this.
Do you believe in the power of that one flashbang, Moses? That it's on Elige. They have the defuse kit, so they got a bit of time. Elige going to set it up. Could be good. Turning around, Cold Zero sees it, just easily reads that one. Elige going to be getting the return kill. Now Taco in the back, all the way by Chicken Coop. And no defuse yet, and now they're just simply out of time. Yeah, Elige has to back out. They needed to find that second kill very quickly, and that will be another round for SK Gaming, making it 12-8. So not bad at all. 4-round gap. Liquid, because they'd lost so much in the previous rounds, like some of those rounds that they did at least win were just super expensive, so they just force up anyway, but it won't be pretty.
Yeah, it's going to be all right. They are going to have 3 M4s, 1 UMP, and a CZ, but SK has done a good job of taking pretty much everything away from them in terms of the economy. They're all invested into this round. This is a must-win for Team Liquid if they don't want to get eliminated in 2. Nitro with the CZ is going to be playing in mid. Naf wanted to get aggressive. He did go for some kind of a peek towards the B bomb site. Not able to find anything. Didn't get any fights.
Deep Molotov there. Trying to force somebody out of position. It does get caught by the smoke, which is unfortunate because Fur and Taco were both there. So maybe they could have forced an engagement a little bit early on. You really want to do that when you don't have that much utility. It would be great if you could get that kind of fight.
He's still being patient. Steel's going to be pushed up in A holes. SK still content to just maintain presence without actually aggressing anywhere. Fallen and Bolt's just now going to start entering those holes. Here's an attack towards drop. Fur kind of leading the way, seeing what he can find. Forcing out utility from Team Liquid. SK Gaming, they're going to retreat back towards that B bomb site. Fallen and Bolts give it all up. There's a smoke on the CT side. And they force rotations. Look at this. Naf and Nitro both over towards A. Nitro's going to stick around. Naf is starting to cheat bat, but they're a little bit confused about what's coming. They're going to find out pretty soon, though.
Man, Elige is going to be alone on this side. The rest of them have to provide some pressure. Great start for Twist, taking down Fur. That's what we like to see. Cold is coming, though, and he's going to be taking down Twist. Elige with one big double kill for him. A triple, in fact, taking down Fallen. That's such a massive defense. And Cold on 2 health. No way out of this 1 versus 3. Out of time, out of health, out of teammates as well. And that will be the round for Team Liquid. I am shocked that Elige got all those kills.
No, that's what you need out of him. Yeah, it looks like he's in a position where he's just going to get taken down, but you need your star players on Team Liquid to step up and give you that kind of a play in this scenario just to keep them alive. That's huge. One thing that we haven't seen out of Liquid is that kind of individual takeover that we know guys like Nitro, guys like Twist and Elige are capable of. We've seen Fur do it on map 1, but the Liquid players haven't been able to kind of put together that full map performance. But that's going to force, again, Naf going to be frustrated one more time because it is a buy coming out. That's a sick shot from Nitro, yeah.
Just cruised right by, didn't he?
You love it. You love to see it.
AK-47 out the window, just doesn't even stop.
Do you think SK is going to save in this half?
It doesn't feel like it.
I don't think they've done it. They really haven't done it once. Every time it's going to be pistol and armor. So only if they lose this one, I think they save. Once again, a free split towards the A bomb site. No one from Liquid is looking. This could be a disaster. But actually, Twist, he freezes them because he kills the bomb. He kills the bomb carrier, and that's huge. I think without that kill, Liquid might just lose that round. Elige coming through now, and it's just Cold Zera. With that, it really did look like no one from Liquid at the A bomb site was going to be prepared for that at all.
No, it looked like they were about to be boosted into position to get shot from SK coming out the door. I really thought that was going to be a bad turn of events. You might get that save, Moses. It seems like they've just decided, all right.
Took 12 rounds, or how long did it take?
Yeah, something like that.
No, it was 8 rounds. My math is off.
Finally, they've been put to the test. They thought, all right, these American guys. They apparently do want to fight. So let's give it to them.
Yep.
12-10. I would say this is a serious scoreline right now. Like, there is a chance that Liquid can make this work. They are behind, but if they just have to win the right round, so to speak. Like, winning a round like this, you have to assume is going to happen. But if they win the correct rifle rounds from SK, it's going to get interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what they have in store for us. Nades coming out, utility use. Like this, Liquid setting up a firing squad essentially on that B platform. All the range of those M4 is going to be able to just delete anyone from SK who shows up. Fur's already down drop, though. He's only got a Glock.
Very aggressive from Naf. Bolts doesn't see it coming. Gold is going to get one in return. Hoping for a double.
We haven't seen the ops have any real kind of impact in this second half so far, have we?
No.
Part of that has been the amount of times that that SK is force bot, obviously not saving up for the AWPs, but Liquid hasn't used one either. Also because of the economy.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge part of it. Fallen has weirdly managed to get into position here, but again, with just a Glock, very hard to do anything. I think he saw the gun barrel from Steel, so he wants to open it up for Cold to get in here. Hoping for more than that. He's really trying to play that.
Yeah, that's when you're just like, you know if you're going to have any chance of even getting the bomb planted, you have to make some kind of wild play. So trying to find it. The Glock at that range not effective either, so saving his presence. Not going to pan out. 11-12, Liquid have somehow done this, made it possible off of a low economy force buy they had earlier in the half that they were able to overcome SK on. They've put themselves in this position where they can tie up the scoreline here. They are down one map in this quarterfinals matchup against SK. If they were to lose Cobble, they are eliminated from StarSeries playoffs.
Yes, they are. And I would say not that long ago, it looked like that was just a question of time.
Yeah.
They really were getting edged out pretty quickly here on Cobblestone. They've made a strong case right now that they're still in contention and they still have something to show. 12-11 scoreline. Money starting to look slightly more healthy. SK Gaming finally forced the eco. Of course, now they can buy again, but some signs that things are starting to tilt in the right direction.
Liquid has had Steel boosted like the last 3 rounds because still SK hasn't spotted it whatsoever. They're going to get a chance here and it better work. 4 players from SK going to be attacking the A-bomb site. Furs and Drop Zone just lurking.
I feel like Nitro's playing too far back. He needs to be further up to help us steal. He's going to go down regardless. And now you could tell, as soon as that happens, so many angles. Twist comes barreling through. Wanted to save it. Elige is going to be going down. Big double kill for Cold. And Naf has to save the AWP. I really wonder about that. I feel like they didn't have, they had the idea, Liquid, but they got closed in on too quick.
It's just super awkward because you have no real indication it's coming from SK if you're Team Liquid, and that's the tough part. Like you can't even really prepare for it. There's no like flashbangs or smokes that give it up. I mean, you know they're taking A control, which they've done a couple times throughout this half, so nothing seems too out of the ordinary. And then all of a sudden, the hit comes in, and SK is one of the best teams at getting those opening kills and trading. Well, this will be big. Nitro with the AWP would love to find a pick here, not exposing himself too much. He had the chance. He also had a chance to get picked off himself by Fur, who seemed like he was going to be peeking right at him. So no damage dealt on either side. SK successful in forcing back that early aggression.
This is the big test for Liquid. They've brought it close, but if they can't win this round, I don't see SK bowing out of this map. A little bit of a stack on the B-bomb site, but 2 players actually on it. But unfortunately, Twist is moving slowly in the other direction with the FAMAS, and they might need him soon. Couple of grenades going out to try and slow it down. That one smoke. Taco just going to come right through with the flashbang from a teammate. Elige gets the one. And Nafly getting shot at the back. Twist has come back to try and help out. But he can't make it a double. Nitro and Steel now. Do they go for this?
They have to. They're out of money after this. And yeah, now that they put it into a 2-on-2, there's no kit. Hopefully there's one in the site they can pick up. And here's on their way in. Bolts, this positioning, though, almost feels impossible to clear out, and he's just going to slowly get aggressive, finds the peak. There goes Steel. Surely Nitro now with the op just going to back away and save once that one kill, and it's a shame he went for it because now they don't have anything into the next round.
Nice triple kill for Bolts. That's him, Cold, and Fur, all at 21 kills. That's hard to deal with, man.
Also, we saw earlier in the half, in some of these rounds, that there's been some good coordination from Team Liquid on the defense. That time, I think Elige and Naf were just on different pages. Elige is kind of caught out in the open, blind. He wins that initial fight, but at that point, you need Naf to be helping you out. And Naf is using grenades. He's throwing flashbangs and nades into the air. He needs to be fighting at that choke point at the same time as Elige. And just because he's not, because he's trying to use all of his utility, he gets picked off from drop zone, where Twist was also at an angle that couldn't really help Naf whatsoever. So some mispositioning on that defense. I think maybe just the timing of when the hit actually came in for SK really screwed with Liquid's setup. But this is SK now firmly in control, and this is just the machine rolling, and there's nothing that can stop it at this point.
I really feel like Liquid they've made a strong case on both these maps that they have a good enough understanding, and they're like tactically individually good enough that they can bring it close. But SK just showing that they are just so persistent. They keep buying, they keep winning some of those buys, and it's just so effective. This was a bit of a risk and an attempt, and you can't blame Liquid for trying, but they do get shot down by Fallen and Bolts. That brings it to 15-11. Match and map point here in favor of SK Gaming, 1 round away from knocking Liquid out of the tournament.
What can Liquid do? Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is just an SK team that just, I think persistent is a really good way to phrase it, just because they don't seem to ever be out of a round in any way, no matter what they have to buy. Just so deadly, you have to be focused for all 30 rounds, and a couple mistakes from Liquid and it's almost all over. 5 M4s on the board. They're going to do a stack towards long at the A-bomb site, Liquid. Steel, Naf, and Nitro there.
Yeah, they need to win 4 in a row to overtime. They haven't really put 4 rounds in a row together at all, have they? I think at least not in the second half. No, 3 was the most after winning the pistol, so... Or winning the second round, I suppose. Should have been... maybe just a couple more, and they could have done it. Got not that many grenades left.
No, but they also, I mean, look at Bolts. Look at the play he's making. He's going to be all the way up top mid, which is kind of wild for having 3 players here on Liquid side of things, not being able to stop any of this. I'm wondering if Bolts just turns into a lurker here. Nitro's given up his position, loses that fight. That absolutely had to be won, although Naf does trade Fallen off, which is quite nice. But Bolts has them locked in. You can see the rest of SK rotating back. Fur's going to lurk again through drop. That's been open for him through this entire half, and Liquid haven't been able to stop it. And there goes Steel. So low, he's pinned down, he's out of the fight.
Oh, that grenade almost catches him. Somehow he's still alive. Fur a little bit annoyed at that, and Elige will take him down. What a big turnaround. Now it's a 2-1-3. Gold and Taco are still here. Steel wants to go aggressive. That might be a big mistake. The smoke up, even better. The bomb rotating back to the other side. This would be such a risky play for SK if they try and split in a 2 versus 3. That is what they're doing, and Taco's going to go down with the bomb. That's the round over, no matter what Cole does at this point. So just a big win here, and he's going to get shut down from Nafly with a triple. I've got to say, I feel for Nitro in that one, because the initial jump up to the wall that Bolts does,
yeah,
he sees the shadow and he thinks he's coming around the corner. Like, that's what I just saw. I saw the shadow of someone who's about to make it down the wall, whereas in fact it was the shadow of someone about to make it up onto the wall. So he just fires the gun, and Bolts is like, ah, thanks.
Yeah.
I know where you are now. That's a little bit heartbreaking.
Still felt like he had an advantage. I think the main issue is the fact that drop has just been wide open for SK at the moment. That is a glaring hole in this defense from Team Liquid. Either way, they do recover. You love the play that Fur makes to open up that bomb site. There is another small mistake, though. I think in that 2-on-3, obviously, those aren't the easiest rounds to win, but I think if coldzera initiates the action, even through that smoke, I think they have a better chance of winning. This is a nice hold. Steel and Nitro combining for 2 kills, but who else would coldzera going to return to immediately? And that's going to spread out the defense. Elige alone at the B bomb site. Twist and Naf are both at A, but they're not even working together, and Fur is a free kill there. Doesn't clear his corners. Not expecting Twist to be at that angle, and a follow-up pretty much seals the round as coldzera's got an AWP and 6 HP. And once again, Anders, somehow Liquid have fought themselves back into this game.
That's a smart position for Twist to take.
Yeah.
After that double fight on long, that's not what he was expecting. So just really well done on Twist. And obviously over at long, they sort of won that fight as well. Cold going to back off at the last 45 seconds here. Up in that sniper tower. Does feel comfortable. There's a rug there, Moses, but no furniture or anything, so.
Yeah. Why not? Well, Liquid's got to do what they haven't done in this entire game. As you said, it's not just the second half. They haven't strung 4 rounds together. They've only ever gotten to 3. They're going to have to do it to force overtime. I think the last time these two teams played on Cobblestone was an overtime win for Team Liquid. It was 1917, if I remember correctly from the pregame.
They won that overtime, right?
They sure did. Bet your booties they did, Anders.
Glad you said booties. I'm impressed. I really feel like this has turned into an interesting game. But actually, I think maybe this is me being overly cynical, but I feel like the closer it gets, the more upset I am that Liquid have lost some of the more easy rounds in this game. You know, like it almost feels like that's even more stressful now.
Yeah, but I think to a certain level you have to look at those, and the fact that SK wins them so frequently, you have to look at them and say, how does SK win those rounds rather than Liquid losing them?
Yeah, that might be true.
Here's where you get really cynical, is I just feel like the closer this gets down the stretch, the bigger the heartbreak is going to be right at the end. Oh, it's coming. We'll see.
Yeah, you're all right. Don't want to get that close and then just you get nothing for it at all. 29th round, 2 away from forcing that overtime. Let's see what they can bring us here, Team Liquid. coldzera going to set up. Usually people throw these flashbangs sort of running almost out of T-spawn, but it seems like they want to wait for a specific timing while Taco's clearing out most of B long if he can. They are going to be putting in the grenades. See if it forces anything out of Liquid.
Well, here comes Fur attacking towards drop, execute onto the bomb site. Elige looking down, waiting for the flashbang that hasn't come yet. Oh, that's a nice find. I think he might have spotted an arm or something through that smoke, but Taco's down. And all players from SK are here. Fur has control of drop zone, so they've got a platform to attack this bomb site with. There's plenty of Molotovs for Elige, and one goes right in. He can't even wait for a pop flash. He somehow wins the fight anyway. He does eventually burn. Naf's up next, and this is awkward. He misses the initial spray. He's blind now. He can't control it. He goes down. Twist with 19 HP has to hold them all off, and that's a great headshot. Stands his ground and Fallen now takes a duel, and it's 14-15. One more round of regulation.
What a beautiful job from Elige fighting inside of that Molotov. I mean, that is what you have to do, but it's a little bit easier to say it than it is to actually do it.
Yeah.
So just a brilliant job on him. I think that from that position at the edge of the smoke, Taco wants to spot the broken wall, and they're hoping that some of those grenades that go in will tempt Liquid to go and peek. You see some grenades landing behind you, and you think, I'm just gonna look and see what's going on over here. And then you walk into a P250 or whatever he had, and then that sets it off. And when Elige gets the opening frag instead, you can sort of tell that the rest of SK don't really know. Like, it gets a little bit weird after that,
Well, the tough part is, like, if that smoke clears and that Molotov goes in and SK has players closer up, then they can actually, take that fight. The long range is what allows Elige to win it. If there's one SK player that's, like, halfway up towards the B bomb site in that hallway, they win that fight.
Deep breath, Noam.
Yeah. Deep breath. Look at what SK's bringing into this round. You still feel it's so dangerous. Deagle, CZ, Galil, UMP, and AK-47. It's going to be a B hit. They're not messing around. They're not getting fancy. They're just going right for it.
Overtime a bust here for Liquid. Taco jumping around the corner. Great shutdown. Elysia Naf combining. Great defense. Nafly with a double kill. Twist get a takedown for. And Fallen, no chance this time. Overtime, ladies and gentlemen, here in the first quarterfinals. That's what we like to see. Somehow Liquid did it, Moses.
Yeah, they really did. And that time, the difference is Naf and Elysia are both fighting together at that same choke point, at that broken wall. There's no chance for SK. They were relying on like one timing flash to blind at least one of those guys, and it just didn't occur. Both able to dodge it. So here we go. $10,000 start money. 3 rounds per half. Going to get right back into it. Op is bought up on Nitro. Big investment for him. Op is bought up on Fallen as well.
That's definitely...
We haven't really seen these weapons do a whole lot just because the money's been in such a weird situation for both teams at different times, and you haven't had them out too frequently, so this battle is going to be new for the teams and the players as well.
Excitement all around. Oh, little... Oh, did I actually cancel out the Molotov? I feel like it did.
Yeah,
I was going to say that's a good combo anyway, but...
Maybe a missed throw that caused it to fall a little bit short and just tag that Molotov. So, yeah. That'll prevent Team Liquid. If I'm not even sure if they entirely wanted to. If they wanted to push up all the way and get aggressive, it's going to stop that from happening. So they decide to be courageous in a different area. Oh, and that's a good fight from Twist. The Tracer's coming through the response for trying to be a little cheeky through the smoke and is going to get punished. That allows Naf to rotate over towards the A bomb site, which is where Fallen and Bolts and even Cold Zera was there to help them clear along the way. Fallen's going to have a lot of time to peek into this A bomb site with the op, though.
He is aiming for that wall boost. And as you said, they've been using it a fair bit, although it hasn't really been put into play all that much. Steel could be the hero of this round. They're going to be right underneath him. Fallen gets dropped, almost looked like he had the chance to maybe get that shot off, but there's Nitro with a great return. And up on the bomb side, Nafly waiting. Bolts running right in, and a flashbang could not possibly be better timed.
Yeah.
Big double kill for Nafly, but it's going to be the round for Liquid, the first of the overtime. This is... I almost don't want to say, Moses. This is...
Don't do it.
No,
don't you dare.
That's just not... 27 kills for Bolts as well. He's really having a great game.
Yeah, he is. Nice defensive setup from Team Liquid. Obviously, taking out Fur and Drop is a huge first step. Twist finally feels like that might be one of the first times he's won that battle, maybe the second, but it hasn't been too frequently on the CT side. But not having to worry about that in the mid-round is such a nice luxury that Liquid hasn't had for most of this game, most of this defensive side. Fallen and Taco out towards B. No op on Fallen this time. Nitro's got his, but it's at A. Peering deep in towards mid-connector, which they're playing passively. And here they are. Taco's going to wrap around the smoke. Try and find a kill into the bomb site. Elysia is boosted up. Where's the fight? There it is. The swing out wide. What a control of the spray from Taco. It is returned by Twist. And I think Naf spotted the shoulder of Fallen. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this choke point pretty soon, although Liquid knows Drop is open.
Good smoke to try and block off Fur. We'll see if he's going to respect it or not. You never really know. He's going to try and come through. And Naf will take him down. Still, this is great trading going on, especially with that kill. Nitro, bullet to the face and he's out. Steel now at a 1 versus 3. He's wrapping around, but you have to think. And you might as well go for it, I suppose. You could probably buy next round anyway. Trying to sneak in. Flashbang is through, and Fallen easily taking care of business. Going to be the last bullet through. That was, it looked to me like when Taco gets that first kill on the boost box, that Liquid are actually weirdly out of position. Like, it looked like they were sort of, you know, gravitating back into the site.
Yeah, so the problem is, and this is kind of, SK hasn't, there's been a couple rounds they've kind of done it when you take over Drop with like 2 players. Usually it's just been like Fur lurking. But when you're actually applying that kind of consistent pressure to the B bomb site, and the defense is so passive both at platform and both at Drop, your areas inside the bomb site as a defender where you can actually play are so restricted because, you know, especially if you have a player at the fountain, you know, you take 2 steps in the wrong direction and you're dead. You know, if you're playing at the, if you're boosted up on the tree, whichever direction, if you choose the wrong second to turn around, you're dead. You know, there's so many different ways you can lose those fights that all just come down to like timing, maybe a little bit of luck. So like Liquid needs to find some way to pick one to really defend against and be able to eliminate half the attack.
16-16. First team to 19 rounds here in the overtime format. Seems like they wanted to boost inside the smoke to look over, and they just couldn't make it work, which is a bit annoying. Elige again in the corner, and again without a smoke, which means if they drop the Molotov on him again, he's going to have to try and go for that kind of heroic fight. Want to be careful about that. There's the Molotov. Elige, instantly, that was all set up. What a beautiful setup from SK.
Yeah, I mean, they had 4 Molotovs. They were definitely going to do that. Oh, a great shot from Taco. Stone cold. He's going to swing into the bomb site, and Twist goes down next. And Taco continues his reign of terror. Nitro far back, but it's a 2-on-4.
Yeah, Bolts is so ready for this. 1 versus 4 for Nitro. Last round of the first half of overtime, so he might as well just try and roll with it. See if he can, you know, make it into the top plays of 2018.
Well, likely that he gets a better high five, that he takes that top spot.
Yeah,
away from Issa.
that would be. I think Isa's still miles ahead of everybody else.
Oh, he's
in the
killing
high
it.
five.
Yeah,
high five game.
17-16 for SK. 2 rounds on that first half of overtime, and Liquid's going to change over towards their own T side.
So
Bolts is up to 30 now.
Yeah, he's just having a game, isn't he? It's a bit of a shame for Liquid, but not the end of the world. I mean, winning 1 out of 3 rounds on the CT side in overtime is not really that bad. You can work with that. Now they're going to be on the T side, so we'll see if they can make it work. They certainly had some rounds when they were there in regulation.
Yeah.
So we know they could do it. We know they've got an idea. I mean, I guess the problem is, it's been a while since they played that T side, so can they remember what the SK defense were like? Do they still have that sort of fresh in their memory?
Are they going to read that it's a double op setup coming out right at the start?
Yeah, that too. Ooh, that's a big investment.
That's actually exposed SK to some kind of a risk, right? Now, because they're so good at winning low econ buys, they're going to be fine with it. Obviously, you can be confident in that sense. But if SK were to lose the first 2 rounds of this, that 3rd round will be very busted in terms of what they can bring to the table. That's a long way away. Can worry about that if we get there. Fallen being aggressive over the smoke. How wide does he want to swing? There it is. There's the flick. Saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah, a bit later, and I feel like Steel would have been close enough to turn the corner and try and run him down, but wasn't able to try and do that. Setting up for a pretty default smoke here, just to lock in anyone who's on long so that they can't really get back up, just in case. Fur playing a very aggressive corner. Hard to spot this if you're Team Liquid. He's actually moving out even more aggressively to try and play the edge of it. Well, they spam him right down. They're on to him now. That leaves Fallen. Still playing the corner. Misses the flick, and he's going to run right into the middle. Twist is raiding for him, and that's a great kill, making it a 4 versus 3. 50 seconds on the clock. Taco moving up to try and be the hero once again. He's actually trying to wrap around them, and that's an easy kill. Going for the second, but Steel will return it. He's going to go down to Cold Zero, and somehow SK still come out on top, in spite of that great fight at long, which really worked for Liquid. It's all on Nitro. 1 versus 2. Puts the bomb down, and now he's on the bomb side, and he has to do something big here. Flick misses, and they get a little bit closer. Misses again. I'm not sure there's going to be a 3rd strike this time around. Oh, the no-scope is in, but it is just not enough. Very aggressive from SK. They knew they had him pressured.
Yeah, they really, I mean, Cole just kept it up, just spamming the corner with the USP, and Bolts is just playing off of him. That's not even communicated. That's just Bolts knowing as the second player you follow the lead of Cold Zera as he approaches the site. I think really that round is won by Taco. That kind of play he makes towards the broken wall, that's one of those rounds where you watch him do that and you're just like, he's insane. He's actually still being aggressive in this scenario. And when he wraps around and gets 1 kill, it freezes Steel in the open. So even though Steel gets the trade, Cold Zera's already rotated over and is able to get an easy kill out in the open onto Steel. So 18-16. Beautiful job rotating for SK. Tactical pause for Team Liquid. As it all comes down to this, their life in the event is on the next 2 rounds. They have to win both of them to force double overtime.
And anyone who's been watching up until this point will know that's just not going to be easy. SK Gaming have looked About as solid as we were expecting.
Yeah.
I still think Liquid are playing a good game. Like I think they've been showing some good stuff. You can isolate some of the mistakes to sort of individual rounds, but their overall approach to this game, I think, has been pretty cool.
You haven't felt that like I don't know the word for it. You haven't felt like Team Liquid, like while they've seen some good things, you haven't felt like that like, I guess energy is maybe one way to put it, where you haven't felt like the players are really like performing at a level that's going to allow them to kind of actually win this series. You like what you've seen, but it hasn't really felt like, I have never once been like, oh, Liquid can actually win this series.
But I think that's just due to the power of SK Gaming. I think it's because you just don't have the freedom to, you can't ever really like roll with it, you know, like the kind of jump that Naf did where he sort of, you know, came down, or he was boosted up and pop and he sort of jumped down. It's only ever going to be one kill, right? Like, it's so rare that you're going to be able to pick up, you know, like a sick triple and then you can, like, everyone can high five and it was all good fun. And, like, you're just so worried all the time. Yeah. And you even saw it a little bit in some of those 2v2s where Liquid just don't even know what to do because they're so worried about SK being in a weird position, right? I think they can't get that loose game style in because SK are just sort of choking them out.
Yeah, just like frozen by fear, frozen of indecision. And yeah, there's some of that. We'll see how this round goes. Steals down drop, again all alone, but this time he gets that opening kill, and now the hit is on. They're not going to slow down whatsoever unless Cold makes him slow down. Taco is eliminated, and there's a Liege onto the Opera, and this B bomb site is taken over. That one looked good for Liquid.
It's been a pretty tough game for Steel overall here on Cobblestone, but that kill was a big one. Just gravitating around like quick flank out. And taking a pretty wide peek, and he just gets the kill immediately. Yeah.
In that, he's pretty much had to attack drop almost all on his lonesome throughout the T-halves that they've had. I remember from the first half of regulation. Yeah. That time it did. I think he had a second teammate with him. I forget who it was, but he was a little bit farther back to be able to trade. Either way, Fallen's going to save this AWP. One more round for Team Liquid to either become eliminated or force double overtime. 31 kills for Bolts.
He's done his part.
Yeah, he's not bad, is he?
Such a turbulent time to even get him onto the team.
Yeah, that's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has been. I was actually worried for a while. I mean, it was SK Gaming, so you probably felt like they were going to come up with an answer, right? But it just felt so awkward having to attend the major with Phelps and having to... Yeah. Like, that whole situation made me feel like hopefully he's not going to be in a position where suddenly there's like any doubt if they made the right call, or like what if Phelps plays really well and they're like, oh man, he's pretty good after all, and you know, like that. There's just a lot of stuff like that where I was really worried. So it obviously turns out now that was all for nothing.
Well, it's all or nothing here for Team Liquid. Rush B, Cold Zera, Molotov's raining in. He puts out one. Taco in the bomb site, not looking the right way. 2 kills come out quickly, and that might be the round, Anders. That might be double overtime for us because there's already smokes in the choke points, and Liquid have 5 players controlling the site. They're not even getting the bomb planted. They're being so cautious about where SK probably could be.
Yeah, they want to make absolutely sure. You have to appreciate that from them at this point. Double overtime. That's a great way to get the day started here. Spam comes through on Steel. He is just ice cold on the other side. Not going to return that fire, which is definitely a good idea. Shot from Nafly, really good stuff. The spray is in, and that will be a triple kill for him overall. And double overtime secure for Team Liquid. Yet again, they managed to strike back. Very, very impressive. I mean, again, I think Liquid have overall just played a really great quarterfinals.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't fault them for having drawn the best team in the world in the quarterfinals.
No, you really can't. I mean, it's a good test, though. You know, I like. It is. You might as well get it out of the way early on, and then it's all downhill. I guess that's the kind of the mindset you have. Because I think G2 is the likely next opponent in the next round.
Yeah.
18-18.
First to 22.
Yep. No AWPs out on the board for Team Liquid on this T side. Maybe because of that B rush, there's 4 players defending this B site for SK. It's only Fur over here towards long, and actually now they're going to try it one more time. This hasn't worked for them throughout the entirety of their T-half in regulation. They want to give it another shot. Get up mid quickly. Great shot from Nitro. Fur not going to peek, waiting for the flashbang, and Nitro's got no support with him. He was the only one. That feels a little confusing and deflating, but it might also confuse SK because Steel, Naf, and Twist are going to walk their way up A halls.
Yeah, I would love to ask them about that round later on. That does confuse me.
Because Nitro had to have been like, please, somebody help me, anybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at the defense now.
Yeah, it has really thinned them out. They're thinking probably they were setting up for a B hit. Fur trying to stay far back. It's going to be hard to find back here. Gravitating back into the bomb site. Spray is in. He does get one kill. The Molotov at his feet, and he's eventually going to go down. That's a nice shot. Nafly really on point with the AK-47, taking down coldzera before he gets any chance to respond. The bomb is going to be planted. 2 versus 3 for the retake. Almost impossible for SK Gaming. Taco, the only one who can really open this one up. And Elige has got him covered completely. No flashbang either. And Taco going to be going down and Fallen already way back off. So Liquid with a huge win here. In spite of our worries, Moses, they turn it.
It'd be interesting if that was like kind of called for Liquid to do that, or if that was some kind of an adjustment that they had. To kind of fall away from Nitro and then wrap all the way around through A halls. Fallen is a... Ooh, it's a bit dark. Especially as the bomb's about to blow up.
It is a bit dark, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's that kind of rotation. That I don't, like, Team Liquid couldn't have known it, but all of SK just says, okay, they've gone silent. There's no more presence over at A, despite the fact that Nitro is all the way up top. Surely they've rotated back towards the B bomb site to just make some kind of a play there to hit the site there. And yeah, that's dirty from Naf. It really is.
He's been hitting a lot of those shots recently.
Yeah.
Like in the last 10 rounds or so. He's really had a lot of those rounds, so that's super interesting. Quick smoke for Naf as 2 other players are running towards the plateau. Not really going to commit to the fight. Fallen is boosted up, has already taken a slight bit of damage. And he's going to get that kill on Liege. Instant smoke off to try and make sure no one can follow him through. SK Gaming need to win this round. They don't want to be playing that 3rd round with low economy.
Oh, that would just be the nightmare, wouldn't it? Here comes the timing. A contact with 1, 2, 3 flashbangs over the top. Twist is going to jump out. They're blind. Taco can't respond. 2 kills for Twist already. And there's 2 for Taco. It's a 2-on-2 now. And Fallen with the up. He's got an angle.
Oh, they're boosting right into him. The read. Molotov actually will force him back. It looked like they were about to lose the round right then and there. Fallen had it so well covered. But now he's covering the cross into the bomb side instead. And Fur is coming in from the other side. He's actually going aggressive in spite of the fact that the bomb is now down. That might be a mistake. Got to be very careful about this one. Pushing all the way up, almost getting the timing. Shooting Naf in the head. Comes in with the spray on Nitro. Really an unbelievable play here. And now Fallen 1 versus 1. He does not have any head armor, but there is an AK on the other side, so it might not matter anyway. And there's the kill from Nafly, a double kill again. No celebration yet on Team Liquid, but that was a massive 1 versus 1 to be winning.
It was. That's a great relocation from Naf. Nice movement into the bomb site. Fallen, because he changed his position, didn't see it coming whatsoever. That's beautiful from Twist. That second kill is so big, and the fact that Taco gets a couple as well just pretty much makes that double spray down necessary from Twist. I can't, like, it's hard to say because they won it anyways, but I wanted them to be more aggressive on Fur. Like, you're giving him a lot of space to work up with, and he just continued going forward. And I know because one was boosted, they couldn't really challenge him with 2 players. So it makes sense in a certain degree, but that's very, makes me very nervous when you give that much space to someone like Fur to get all the way up towards the bomb site.
Oh no. They have everything they need, Moses, but they're about to walk into a bit of a boost. Cold, looking for it. The bomb actually drops up somehow. Fallen gets one with the SMG, but there's a double return. Elige can't get that bomb on his own, so he's going to need to get someone to come over here eventually. And Nitro's going to win the fight against Fur in the middle, so retrieve that bomb and then get on it. And they still haven't picked up the bomb. Someone has to go and help. Nitro's going to be the one to do it, I think.
Oh, Twist.
Oh, no.
He's not going to clear this or is he? Checking all the angles. Oh, nice headshot from Taco. That's a huge kill. He's got an AK-47 now, but he can't meet up with Bolts.
Look at where Bolts is, though.
He has all the information, doesn't he?
He knows. Grenade a little bit too early. Nitro going to live through the first one, but Bolt still has one, and that's the kill. Going to be an instant return from Bolts. Good job on SK, and just that boost there is just so obnoxious for if you're a Team Liquid.
Yeah.
You knew you were going to get that. You'd finally forced them into C-set 75s. It was all working out.
It's madness, isn't it? They're so good at these low buys on the SK side of things, and it's just a nightmare to have to play against. There's just so few rounds they actually have to sit out.
I really feel like that is a big part of the reason why you don't get that really confident feeling out of Team Liquid like that. Yes, now we've got it.
Well, surely we've done it now.
Just a couple of upgraded pistols, and you know it's going to be a struggle.
Well, Liquid did everything they can. Remember, 22 is that winning number. First there wins this map.
Oh, Nitro. It would be great if he could get this pick off. He certainly had...
Seemed like he had the angle, didn't it? He didn't actually shoot, though. It might be quick switched a little bit too soon, but from Bolts' POV, it looked like Nitro had him dead to rights.
Yeah, could have been, but not this time. See what they could do here, Liquid, on the CT side. They won one of the rounds in overtime in the first overtime. See if they could do better here in the second one. Now relocating into the corner again without the smoke, and SK have had a good couple of Molotovs into the corner. They're certainly ready for it, certainly setting up for it. There's another Molotov in, and Nafly gonna go and take the fight and somehow wins it. Almost makes it back out alive. And Elige smartly falling back. Don't want to be fighting either one of those two players at the bottom of B long. Still, Bomb going back the other way. And Steel is the one who's up here.
He's all alone. Fur and coldzera are going to take control of drop as well. This is going to be so tough. Nitro can't actually rotate towards the A-bomb side because he has to keep his eye on this. Twist needs to rotate. They need to shift this defense. Steel is all alone. There's a big risk on timing of this. Nitro now, he's forcing the direction. Good win from Steel. Here's the off. He gets the kill, and he's still alive. They're spamming him through the door. That's one half of the hit gone. Eventually, then, they both die at A.
No, he shot him through the wall. He was hitting it. He was shooting a Nitro, and he got Steel by accident. Oh, my God. Of all the ways you could lose a round, that just might be the worst. Collateral damage, Moses.
That's painful. That might just take it away from him.
Grenade is going to explode Twist, and now Elige coming in with a flank. There is still a chance. He might be able to do this. He wants the double, but he's only going to see one of them. Gets the kill, and now running onto the site. The bomb is out in the open, which is such a smart plant for SK Gaming. He's going to tap the bomb once. Cold goes for the peek. He's got the timing, and he knows there's no defuse happening, and Elige runs for it, gets an instant headshot. But there's no time, so he actually wins the 1 versus 2. Let's not see the replay of this. I really don't want to watch it.
I didn't even notice it. I just thought it was through the door.
No,
Through the wall?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was what happened. That's unbearable.
Well, we do always say there's always one round.
I really feel like that's too much.
Just makes you uncomfortable.
It makes me really uncomfortable.
Well,
I'm glad we're not seeing the replay. I was like, I couldn't handle that. I couldn't have handled it.
all right. Well, the nice thing is the op is salvaged by Elige in a losing effort, so Liquid doesn't have to invest into that. They get to keep it for the next round.
Ooh.
It's a nice pop flash.
I thought he was setting up for the simple wallbang, but he actually just runs through with the AWP through the middle alone as well. Good shot from Nafly. That will take care of Taco. Nitro to take down Fallen. Ooh, now it's interesting. 5 versus 3. They can still win the next 2 rounds, Liquid, and make it a map number 3.
Naf and Elige are getting so aggressive, though, towards these halls. This is very risky. Naf is going to get on the other side of that and just wait. Another smoke going in. And Twist was waiting for that the whole time. He's had a lot of experience dueling with Fur. They know coldzera's down drop.
Well, the fact that they see Elige so far up means they're probably not going to be checking for Naf, who's still in the corner waiting. They know it now. Cold, very confused in a 1 versus 3. Locked in, running out of time. They can never lose this, Moses.
Why have you said that? Why have you said that? coldzera, he's got to make his decision soon. They know where he is. They know he's still in drop, and look how much space they're giving him. They know it's just like one of those situations where it's like, let him plant if he has to. Just do not get picked off. Stay alive. and we'll all do it together.
Giving up the bomb plant, you're right, is no problem here. Just as soon as he's on the plant, you get everybody close to him and then never let him out of the bomb site. 16 seconds here as he's trying to make his way in. He's already Molotov'd out one corner, and he's not finding any members. Going to be jumping up and goes for the spray. Steel will take him down. Team Ace for Team Liquid, and a very well played round there. 21-20. One more round for Liquid, and we're going to go to map number 3.
See if they've got it. Ops out in Nitro's hands still. SK is going to have a solid buy, though. We've got 3 AKs on the board, a UMP, and they'll be able to have an AWP if they want it on that T side. A little bit of a timeout coming in. I do not believe it's tactical, as far as I know. But 21-20, Anders.
This is...
I'm kind of amazed they've done it. Just to recap some of the scores we have on the Team Liquid side, because both of these maps, they've never really had one massive individual performance. They've all been playing really well together. They've got 34 kills on Nitro, 32 on NAF, 32 on Elige, and 29 on Twist. Seal's a bit far down. For the SK side, it's 32 kills on Bolts, 33 for coldzera, Fallen at 28, and Fur at 26. So, I mean, there is no massive individual performance in either one of the squads.
No, but I think Nitro was having a bit of a rough game on Mirage. So the turnaround for him as an individual to say, all right, I'm right back in it, is pretty good. They definitely need that. And all they need is one more round, Moses.
One more round or triple overtime.
There's always that.
There's always another overtime. Here it is. Molotov is going to slow things down, at least in towards mid. On a coldzera a little bit late to come out of T-spawn because they were throwing smokes over towards that B bomb site, trying to imitate pressure on that bomb site. It hasn't necessarily worked. Nitro is still here, and he's spotted a couple coming in. There's a nice pick. Fallen not aware of it. The nade's going to do good damage on the Bolts as well as he tries to come through. There's the adjustment, a second kill for Nitro. The rifler turned primary opper for Liquid has delivered here in overtime.
I swear Nitro shot the rifle the first time around. That's a kill and a half for Fur. NAF alone on the bomb site for some odd reason, in spite of the fact that they already had 2 kills on the other side. Liquid actually over-rotating, but Elige will still pick up a kill. And there's Nitro again, this time the triple, and Taco's alone. 1 versus 4 here, trying to see if he can make it, and somehow he wins the duel against Nitro. That's a really scary shot. He's going to get the bomb plant in, but he's defending all alone, fighting for triple overtime. It just does not seem possible. There should be absolutely no way in which he can win this. Falling back, but he's out in the open, and if they peek him at the same time, he's going to be done no matter what. And there's the peek, the triple coming in for Nitro, and the third map is through. 22-20, they win it in double overtime. A huge, massive victory here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, that was a battle. Nitro came alive with that AWP in that double overtime, especially. Great triple kill at the end. 37 kills from overall, and boy, did they have to fight for that one.
Yeah, that took a lot. But you have to know that when you're fighting SK, you must realize that it is going to be that kind of a game. I'm kind of shocked. I think Nitro took the first shot and missed it against Bolts, and then the rest still decided
to walk.
They must have thought he fell back from it,
or thought he was just spamming or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was curious how Fallen just kept walking right through it. Either way. Remember, they had to win 4 straight to even force overtime to begin with. Yeah. And they had a lot. I mean, SK fought for every single round in that game, which is incredible when you think about it.
Yeah, just what a good job for Team Liquid. That is not easy to try and do. They're going to be playing on Inferno, I believe, as the third map as well.
Ooh, so, I love that. Ooh. I love that a lot.
That's going to be super interesting. Some of the best games I feel like we usually get on Inferno.
Yeah.
Could be one of those times. We are going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the full analysis with the desk. So stay with us, and we'll be right back.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional